Downtown St. Louis. My son is getting his hair did. And I was going here to let you guys know that your dating game is whack. How your dating is not helping you. I did a quick video the other day about why you continue to get dogged out. And it made me think of the lady who has the common theme of he won't let me go and or you see how he treats me, as if he's literally bending your hand back and saying, I'm going to dog you out. I'm going to cheat on you. I'm going to lie to you and take it. And that's not the case, because that just is crazy, right? And so for the ladies who are convinced that they literally have to get lied to, dogged out as a trial period before he will actually commit to you, I need for you to understand that that's dog doo-doo. And that's just trash all the way up and down. And because dating has gone off the rails and down into the rocks, so many women, because maybe you have been single for a while, because you just got back into the game, or because you don't know how to attract a quality guy, you then talk yourself right into staying, entertaining, and being with dudes who are only talking to you, entertaining you to serve themselves. You'll know they're there to serve themselves, and they have a hidden agenda and an ulterior motive based on how they make you feel. And their actions is everything you need to know. Like, what does this action show you? Do you even know what it feels like to be truly liked and or loved? Do you even know what that feels like? Because you couldn't. I'm convinced you couldn't. Because love does not hurt. Love does not take you down through there. Love does not lie to you. Love is straight up. Does he even like you? Let's not even talk about love. Like is, oh my gosh, I just got this promotion at work. I can't wait to call Jessica. Oh my gosh, I got some free time on Saturday night because my uncle is going to watch my kids. So I'm going to call Sam and see what she's doing and see if I can take her out. Maybe we can just go for a walk. It's real nice outside, and maybe just grab a bite to eat afterwards. Like is when you're considered, when he literally considers you. That is the word of the year. Consideration. You will know you are considered when he calls you, when he is consistent, when he texts you, when he plans dates, when he invites you around his friends, when he invites you around his family. Of course, when you've dated past a certain point, when you meet the mother, when you meet the father, you will know he is considering you as a part of his life. You are not a consideration when he wants to house call you and come over to your house. You're not giving anything people don't already know. This is just basic stuff. We'll get your basic ass out of here. Thank you. And so when you're dating, you just want to just think about that, because a lot of women, like I said, you'll talk yourself out, number one, of a quality man when you attract it, and then you'll justify and talk yourself right into a doggy dog's world who don't want nothing for you. So when you're out here and you're dating, you need to think about it. And you can write this down. I like to jot things down. You need to think about, why is it that I'm attracted to this dude? Like, what is it? Beyond the looks, of course, you need to think about, what is it about his mind, about how he treats people? What is it? What is it? Is it his job? What exactly is it? And if you can't come up with anything beyond his looks, then you have to question, like, why am I only going after a dude for his looks? Because then I know I like intellectual guys. So where is that going to lead us if he don't have nothing going on upstairs? Or I know that I like to talk about philosophy, psychology. I'm well traveled, and I want to know things, and I'm wondering, is he into those things that I want to know and that I'm curious about? Or are we just going to sit up and look at each other? If you're willing to just sit up and look at him just because you want a good looking dude, hey, good for you. However, you can't complain when your spirit is not fed, when your mind is not fed, when you can't just be open and vulnerable. And speaking of that, to the emotionally unavailable guy, a lot of women will meet emotionally unavailable dudes. Like, I get it. When a dude come in, he ain't about to be talking to you like he writing in his dear diary. Of course not. He's going to work his way up to being able to trust you, of course. And then he's going to slowly but surely be emotionally engaging, emotionally available, and emotionally invested. And what does that look like? That looks like him being free to talk to you about his fears, maybe what he wanted to do as a kid. However, he didn't get to do it. I know that there was just this one kid. He was on this team. Let's just call him Bobby. He was on this football team. Bobby was really good at football. Bobby was going to the NFL. And I'm just like, dang, Bobby, you're so good. However, his mother got sick and she is no longer with us. And his mother was always rooting for him. He was a great player. However, now that his mother is no longer here, his father has taken full custody of him, and his father never wanted him to play ball to begin with. Bobby was so good. I'm not kidding you. He was literally the all-star on the team of all teams, but dad came in and shut it down. So it's just like, now that's screwed, and it just doesn't make sense. And now the dreams are done for, and it's just awful. And there's nothing he can do, right? Now, in that situation, ain't nothing Bobby can do. With all his good love, all his good talent, it's just gone because someone, an authority figure, has stepped in and said, "Nah, son, you can't do this." However, when you're dating, you have an option. You're not like Bobby, who doesn't have an option, who has to listen and follow instruction. And no matter how hard it hurts, he can only sit back and watch. You're not that person. You're a full grown woman with your own mind. You can do what you want. You got body parts that move around, limbs that move, hands, feet, all that. Meaning you can get up and walk and run in the right direction out of this person's life. You're not stuck there with this dude. You don't have to be there with this dude. You're not glued down to the seat. You're not supposed to sit there and watch what happens live to see how far he's going to take it because he keeps pushing you over the edge. You're not supposed to be pushed over the edge down into the rocks to get hurt. A dude that likes you ain't trying to hurt you. And if he's coming in claiming that he likes you and he is directly hurting you, and not physical, but he's hurting your feelings. He's lying. He's selling you dreams. That means he has some issues back when he liked Samantha and Samantha wasn't giving him no play, or Samantha ghosted his butt, and now he has to take that out on every woman after that. And that's not your job, to just take these blows from a dude because he hasn't healed from his previous trauma. We all got our stuff. However, it's not your job to like put this man back together. He's Humpty Dumpty. He done fell. He done rolled down the hill. He busted all the hell. And it's not your job to piece him back together. It's his job, as well as if it were you, to piece yourself back together. Whether that means hiring a professional to help you, whether that is leaning on family, friends, whatever you need to do. Put yourself back together. He should put himself back together, and then he can present himself as a quality man, because quality men are not out here dogging women out for the heck of it. They're not out here on these agendas to break a bee down. They're not out here on a goal with an objective to take from you, to use your body as they please and then keep it moving. That's not what like is. That is hate. And if you are in a situation like this, to where this guy continues to give you the runaround and your gut is in your gut, your gut is bumbling. You know when you got to use the bathroom because you had ketchup and mayonnaise and pickle juice? You got to go to the bathroom. Your gut is rumbling. You can't overlook it. It's in your gut. And it must go. Think about that when you're dating this dude telling you all these lies, selling you all these dreams, looking fine as all get out while he doing it. You don't see nothing. Satan. No, Satan, not today, because you're focusing on your bubbling stomach, how he's making you feel, and how you're going to poop his butt right on out of the picture before he decides that he going to get you, set you up on a little house date. He going to cook you some food, looking all good and fresh with his white teeth. Y'all going to watch a little show, mea culpa, and then whoop, there it is. I thought you knew. You getting jiggy with it, and then the next day, you don't even hear from this dude. And then you're just like, well, what the heck? And then you roll the film back. You roll the film back and you pick up on all the red flags that were so obvious. It's obvious as this pink rag on my head is. It's so obvious. And then you roll it back. But now it's too late, but not really. You might have lost out on that. You might have been in a situation to where dude used you. He came in, he picked your butt up, he put you down. He lied, he gaslighted you, he love bombed you, the list goes on, manipulated you. However, I'm here to tell you, if you've made it on the other side, just take the lessons from that. Because trust me when I say, and this is why I'm always on here talking to y'all, because I've learned so many lessons from all kind of men. They're all across the freaking spectrum, literally. I've learned so many lessons, and that's how I know the more you know, the more you grow, the better you attract, and the more of a woman, a quality woman, smart woman, educated woman you become. But if you're convinced that you can change this dude, if you're convincing yourself that you must take this because all of your girls in your friend group have some trifling dude that they just dealing with, and if you've convinced yourself that this is what it is, zip your lip, make like the silent treatment dude, and just be quiet. Don't complain. Don't cry in a corner. Don't get depressed. Don't get upset. Take it. Just take it and keep it pushing. Now I need to know who's unwilling. I need for you to be unwilling, because y'all keep saying new year, new me, and y'all keep doing the same old stuff. And we here in March Madness, I need for you to get mad about any dude that's trying to come into your life and just wreck shop. I need for you to shut it down. The minute you see some old sketchy, cagey actions, I need for you to address it. That don't mean nuck if you buck. That means, excuse me, sir, I noticed that you said you have had a pattern of saying you're going to do one thing. However, I'm seeing you doing something totally different. And I was just wondering, is everything okay? Are you good? How have you been doing? Maybe, we're dating, we're getting to know each other. Is there things happen? I was just making sure we were on the same page, because I know early on, since we've been dating, you have said you are dating with intentions. I as well. That's why I kept moving forward with you. However, lately it just seems to be hit and miss, and I can't really figure out what's going on. And I'm no mathematician here. So that's why I'm just wanting to know, is there any way I can support you? Like, how's it going? Like, fill me in. See how soft and delicate, non-accusatory. You're literally inquiring. You're not freaking biting his head off. You ain't going on Twitter. You ain't going on Facebook. You ain't doing none of that. You going straight to the source. And you're asking probing questions, because the goal is to pull the information and not literally force it out. You're pulling by asking. Now, if he deflects, if he ignores you, if he changes the subject, if he calls you crazy, if he just leaves you on red, then there's your answer. We gotta start getting the answers when they show up to us, and stop talking ourselves into some BS, because then we have no one to blame but us. Now, I done been ignorant. I done been a fool. I done been naive. I done been dumb as a box of rocks. However, I'm no longer there no more. I don't live there no more. And now I've graduated from that level. Well, it's been some years now. Thank you, Jesus. And speaking of Jesus, if you believe in God, universe, go to the God and universe and say, God, universe, is this you? When you meet that dude and you feeling some little butterflies in your belly before you get to the other kind of bubbles, when you got the butterflies going, God, is this you? You know what, God, you've been seeing me working on my thing. I've been doing my thing. I've been growing out my edges. I've been going to the gym. I've been going to the sauna, doing my videos, Jesus. And I know, I'm getting better by the day, Lord. So I met Stanley, and I like Stanley Steamer. I need to know, y'all, I'm silly. I need to know, is he my dude? Is he from you? And when you ask him that, say, hey, I need to know crystal clear, because things go over my head. I want to remove my flesh. I want to get out of my own way. Is Stanley Steamer here for me, or is he here to cause a ruckus and chaos? I'm telling y'all, the universe will show up and show out, and you will get your answer. Now, if you get the answer that you don't want, and you put the foot on the gas and was like, well, good God, he looked too good, and I ain't never dated a guy like this, so we just gonna see. Well, then you can't complain about what happens on the other side of that. So just keep that in mind and just do your best, because that's all we can do, right? No one has this thing mastered. I do this for a living. Literally, I I teach communication and dating. I write books on it. I literally do this. This is my life. From my experiences I learn from the experiences of others. I read books. I go to seminars. I buy, shoot, anything you can think of to literally educate myself on other levels so that I can tell you and educate you. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter if you're just not knowing and you're clueless and you don't know what the heck you're doing when it comes to dating and communicating. What does matter is that you're willing to learn and grow and get better. So as long as you're willing to do that, you're always learning. You can always phone a friend, and this friend needs to be a man who is not romantically linked to you, to get his insight, to see how he sees you as a woman, if you're a quality woman. And these are people that you trust. You know, they have good feedback. You know, they're going to be real with you, and they're not going to criticize you to break you down. They're going to give you constructive criticism, and you go from there. There are many things. This is a short version because I don't know, my son is coming out here, so I'm going to wrap this thing up. But this is just a short version. I was just sitting here in my car. My hair is braided down right now. And I just wanted to talk to you ladies because you don't have to date dumb. You can be the smartest woman in the world and be making the dumbest dating decisions, but you don't have to unless you choose to. So stop making that silly choice. Are you with me? Do you got it? If you want more from B. Wiley, that is me. Feel free. We're currently working on a new website. You can email me. I'm going to put my email. I think I'm going to put it here on TikTok, YouTube. This is going on YouTube too. But my new email is datingtips@coachbwiley.net. Datingtips@coachbwiley.net. Shoot me an email. If you want to work with me, feel free. You can check that link. We can do a 1-hour session. That link is in my bio, mymentor.life, Coach B. Wiley. I only work with people that are serious. And if you're serious, don't even book a session. Instead, go look at my videos. I have hundreds, probably thousands at this point, across Facebook, Coach B. Wiley, across Instagram, Coach B. Wiley, here on TikTok, Coach B. Wiley, YouTube, where you'll see this too, Coach B. Wiley. Do yourselves a favor. If you're not willing to be serious, like for real, or maybe you're scared or embarrassed about your situation, hey, we all have our stuff. Get that free content because that's why it's there. I have over a decade of free content for you, your friend, your aunt, your brother, your sister, your niece, whoever. All right. Outside of that, guys, thank you for watching. And I do believe that's it. So I'll talk to you later.